Here, welcome to Beards, Heads, and Threads. Today, I'm going to be talking about confidence. A lot of people struggle with confidence, bald, bearded, or somewhere in between. I'm going to fix this camera real quick. Bald, bearded, or somewhere in between. Listen, losing your hair, and I mean your head hair, doesn't mean losing your style. All right? I'm going to try to fix this. This camera's really bugging me here. All right. So it does not mean you're losing your style. What it means is you have the power to own your look. Today, in this video, in this stream, I'm going to show you how to turn a bald head and a strong beard into your ultimate confidence weapon. Now, what's up, Zoe? This video is going to be a little bit different. Probably not for you. This is for bald and bearded people. So you'll have to, if you want all this interaction stuff, it'll have to be on the other channel, okay? Because this one is specifically tailored to bald men and beards, okay? All right. So, beards, heads, and threads, grooming, be bold, be confident. This is what it's about when you want to portray a masculine persona. You want to be very masculine. You want to carry that masculinity. This is a good video for you today because this channel is very, very much around masculinity. So if you're looking for something that's going to be more effeminate, well, I'm just going to tell you, it's this video, this channel, this stream is just not for you. Okay. Brian, good to see you today in the chat. So, I want to talk about some things. I want to talk about how confidence can come from presentation. So a lot of people, they struggle with the idea of going bald. There's a lot of men out there, over 40 years old. There's a lot of men over 25, 30, 35. I remember when I lost my hair in my mid to late 20s. I made a point that I was going to just shave it off. And this was back in the, my gosh, 2010, 2012. So, I mean, back in the day, it was all about like shaving with razors if you did. I always kind of liked the idea when I had a haircut and I had my hair buzzed. I kind of liked that feel when I had it. And I thought, I kind of like this buzz look, almost kind of look like military, just a clean type of cut. So I ended up getting a razor and shaved my head. And back then, all these head shavers that we see today, these electric head shavers, they weren't as big of a thing back then as they are now. So, before all these head shavers started coming out, I think the one that I had originally was like a Norelco, maybe. It was like a 3-blade, and it was an actual foil shaver, or it wasn't a foil shaver. I take that back. It was a rotary shaver, but there was only like 3 different heads on it, and it wasn't the best, but that's what we did. We got by with what we did, and I shaved it off, and the first thing that came to my mind was, I wonder what people are going to think. It's a shock factor when you have hair, or maybe you're even going bald, but you have a little bit of hair. You know what I'm talking about, that little bitty hair that you have. By the way, I do have a little hair growing on because I'm about to do a review on a head shaver. So stay around, stick to this channel. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you like reviews. If you like reviews on head shavers, on beard products. By the way, I don't do as much beard product reviews as I used to because I make my own. I own BHT Grooming. And, if you've never checked it out, by the way, you got to go check out bhtgrooming.com. All right. BHT Grooming. If you've never checked it out, go check it out. If you've checked it out, let me know in the comments. Let everybody know what your favorites are and how much they've radically changed your beard. All right. So moving on. Just kind of a preference, giving you a little preference or a kind of like a background here of how I got to where I'm at. I know you're here not to hear about how I got to where I'm at. You're here to hear how to get that confidence, or at least hear what I have to say on this video. So we're going to teach and talk about how confidence comes, not from just what you think, not from just dwelling on how you can become confident, or certainly not because of just your mindset of I'm a confident person. Because here's the deal: there's a lot of people that say they're confident, and they might be confident that they just I just don't care type of attitude. You know what I mean? The ones that just don't care what they look like, they'll throw on some, I don't want to say something to offend somebody, so I got to be careful, but you know what I'm talking about. By the way, if you're in here, let me know who you are. Drop a chat, drop a comment in the chat. I'd love to entertain the idea of who you are coming in and give you a shout out. I'm shouting out my members here. Brian, thank you for becoming a member of this channel. Appreciate you. Subscribe to this channel if you want to leave a comment. I do have this set on a members only or a subscriber only comment. So you might see a lot of people in here, not very many comments, but we got Alan in here. BHT products absolutely transform my beard care routine. Favorite scent is rustic timber with a long wish list. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, my brother. So the psychology of owning your look. Let's talk about that. I know that's kind of, interesting to think about a psychology behind your look, but there really is a psychology, psychiatric, if you will, a psyche to owning your own look. And so we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how confidence comes from your presentation. It does. I have a male pattern baldness and a weak chin, so this look shows me. All right, well, there you go. You're in the right place, bro. So, we don't find it, it finds us, right? Good to see you on the chat today. Fern, Luna, Gospel Handler. We got Alan. We've got Brian. We've got a lot of people on the chat. We got 25. We got 9 likes, guys. Hit that like button. Let's get this out. You know how to get this algorithm going by hitting the like button. Dropping a comment in the chat. I'd love to answer your questions as long as it is geared toward what we're talking about today. So, common struggles. This is a lot of common struggles that we have, and this is going to be very helpful for you to know that there are common struggles that a lot of men have. Number one, obviously, it's hair loss. All right. That is a big common struggle for most men. Hair loss. What am I going to do? I'm losing my hair. It's my youth. Your hair's thinning out. You're feeling self-conscious about it. But let me reinforce this to you. Your look isn't just about your hair. It isn't. Your look, I know that probably blows your mind if you have some Elvis style hair, or maybe you got a big old afro, maybe you got a man bun. I don't know what you got, but I'm gonna tell you right now, that is not just all in yourself, your hair. All right, your confidence is not just in your hair. It's about your attitude. All right. So when it comes down to confidence, it has nothing to do with your hair. Now somebody's gonna come along in the chat and they're gonna say, well, I got my pompadour hair right here and I look good, and I got a little chin strap going on of a beard here and maybe some patches here. I don't care about the beard, but I got the pompadour going on. Well, God bless you. Good for you. I'm glad you're confident in that pompadour. But I'm going to tell you right now, confidence does not come from your hair. All right? It doesn't. It might make you feel a little bit better, but it doesn't necessarily come from your hair. It comes from your attitude. All right? So head shaving, we're going to talk about head shaving. So here's some things that will actually help you. So we know about all this. We know about certain things. You get, so, all right. All right. Appreciate that. Appreciate that comment. Appreciate you. All right. So, maybe you have that hair, maybe, it's thinning out. You're trying to figure out what you're going to do. So I'm thankful that I can say that I have several, I've tried probably hundreds, it seems like, head shavers. And I'm going to tell you some things that work for me. I'm going to tell you some things that help my head to get shiny and just a nice, clean look. So obviously, I don't use head shampoo, all right? I do use my own beard wash, all right, from BHT Grooming. I use it for my beard. You always want to make sure you're using a daily gentle beard wash that's pH balanced, all right? You can find that at BHT Grooming. Amazing stuff. It's a top seller. When it comes to a lot of my stuff, my oils and my washes. They go a long ways, and they will make your beard look fantastic. It keeps it from falling out too. If you have a lot of hair on the top, here's the deal. It all comes from a lot of testosterone. Maybe you have created a lot of testosterone in your lifetime, and at some point in your life, you had a lot of testosterone. And what happens is the more testosterone you have, it converts as you age over to DHT, which causes hair loss or male pattern baldness. My gosh, I can't even say it. But it happens, and it happens to us men. It's just a thing. I know a lot of people, they struggle with that, but as a man, you have DHT and you have testosterone, and testosterone is a great thing to have. You know, it's very masculine. It's how God made us to have that testosterone to do the things we do and to have the feelings we have sometimes and things that help us just to bear weight on our shoulders, unlike women, right? But I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm just going to leave a question in the chat here. Routine. All right. I don't know. Can you all see this question that I just put in the chat? Let me know. I'll put that there. All right. There we go. Sorry, I was not trying to mute myself. I was putting a question on the chat for you guys to answer. Okay, so I've been trying to transition into no soap ever, but I struggle with dandruff on my face. A third of men lose their hair. So here's the deal. If you struggle with dandruff on your face, all right, or we call that beard druff, that's under your beard. Here's things to help. Number one, you need to get beard oil. Beard oil, I know people think, beard oil is a gimmick. It's just something that people try to sell. Here's the deal. The beard oil is not necessarily for your beard hairs. It does help, but it's for your skin. It moisturizes your skin. It keeps your skin from getting dried out, which causes that dandruff. So if you treat your skin or your beard or your face at the skin level, then you can take care of your beard and you don't have to worry about that. So I highly recommend two things. Beard oil, that's really good, high quality, and a good beard wash. You get those two things, you're going to grow a great beard. If you want extra stuff, you want that softness, you want the deep moisturizing and all that, you can get into like the beard butter, you want the form and all that stuff, style and stuff, you can get into the beard balm, but it's all 100% all natural and it's good for you. You can find it all there at bhtgrooming.com. So that's one of the things that I would highly recommend. But head shaving, shaving techniques, many people use razors, traditional razors. If you are a head shaver, let me know. Do you use a traditional razor in the chat or do you use a electric shaver? I would love to know. Or maybe you don't even shave your head. Maybe you just buzz your hair. You've got it real cut down, real slow or real low. It's not slow, but real low. And maybe that's you. And if you do, let us know. I'm just curious where you guys are at. But shaving techniques. I've got several razors that I've used over the past few years. I've had the leaf shave or leaf razor. I've got a couple of those, straight edge, and I've got the regular traditional one, which are nice, very, very nice, but they are a little expensive. What's up, Randy? Good to see you. A little expensive, for a razor, but it's quality. You're getting what you pay for. It's going to last a lot longer than a lot of the plastic shavers. But a lot of times I'll just use something cheap like the Moto razor from what is it? I can't remember the company, but it's on Amazon. By the way, I have an Amazon link below if you are curious about anything I'm talking about today. A lot of it may be curated in that Amazon storefront that I put over the past, but Moto razor, pretty awesome little tool, about 10 to 15 bucks. It lasts, you can get different cartridges for it, but it actually moves like a car. It's got a wheel on it over your head. Really nice, a close shave. You're never gonna get as close of a shave when you shave your head with a electric razor as you will a traditional razor. That should be a given. Most people should know that, but there are a lot of people that complain and say, I just don't have that baby butt smooth shave with this. This one just doesn't cut as close as a traditional razor. And I just want to say this, duh. All right. I mean, no offense, but come on now, guys. We got to know that an electric shaver like this one, you're going to have the actual blades, but there is plastic. If you see, that's a little, or metal little guards that are over this, that's going to protect that head. All right. So there's no way you're going to have direct contact with the razor, with the actual blade as you would a traditional razor. So we should know that. All right. But the reasons why we use head shavers like this one is because of time. You know, maybe you are notorious for being in a hurry like me sometimes, and you just cut your head. I have a friend that shaves his head with a razor. I just seen him the other day at our church, and he said sliced his head that morning, and he could not get it to stop bleeding. Have you ever been in those moments, guys, where you've shaved your head with a razor, and that sucker bleeds and it bleeds and it bleeds and it bleeds and it bleeds, and you can put toilet paper on it, you can put a little piece of tissue paper on it, you can put whatever you want. You know, I'm old school, maybe a little piece of toilet paper on there and let it sit there to just kind of get it to clot. But have you ever been there? I know you have. Everybody has. If you've shaved your head with a razor, there's some point where you may have cut yourself, especially when you're learning how to do it when you're younger. And it still happens even though you may be a professional, several years veteran of shaving your head. Everybody at some point might do something that just, cuts your hair or your head on accident. I've done it, and so that's why you use electric head shavers. Let me say this, by the way, if you have a wife that shaves her legs and she gets irritations with razor burn and all these type of deals, or maybe she likes to shave her legs, but she takes a while to do it, you want to cut that time down, little pro tip, buy her a head shaver. Buy her a Grooming Baldy Pro. I've got this sitting here. The only reason I say this one is because it's one that I use all the time, but my wife has the same exact one. My daughters, both of them, have the same exact one, and they love it. They love it. And it keeps them from cutting their legs and slicing them all up and all that stuff. But that's one of the reasons why we use head shavers, okay? Scalp care. You know, a lot of people just say, okay, well, I understand the head shaver, got it, but I still don't feel like my head looks as good as some people. Now I'm just going to tell you right now, you can't change your genetics, you can't change what you look like, but you could try to help it. If your head don't look that great, you can try to make it look as good as you can. Some people's heads are nicer than others. It's just the shape and the roundness to it. But a lot of people ask, well, how do you get this effect on your head? How do you get that shine or that sheen? Just kidding. But they say all these things, and really what it comes down to is taking care of your head. Now, a lot of people think, well, I just get in the shower and I could just put the body soap or bar soap and rub it around my head because I really don't need to use a head shampoo. And I get it. I don't use head shampoo. That'd be stupid for me to use head shampoo because I don't need it. I don't have hair, and if I have a buzz, a little bit of hair, then I really don't need it still. Good to see you, Frankie, in the chat. Another one of my members. Shout out to you, brother. But have you ever considered maybe exfoliating your head? Exfoliating your head. I said that right. Exfoliating your head. Get a skin exfoliator. Bald Head, I think it's Head Blade, sorry, has a great one. They're the ones that make that motor razor. I just remembered. Head Blade, and they're on Amazon again. But they've got an exfoliation cream, and you can get one anywhere, but that one's a good one that I know of that I like to use like twice a week. I'll put it on my head and I'll rub it. It's got beads on it or inside of it, and it's kind of abrasive. It's not going to hurt your skin or cut you, but I do it in the shower. And when you get done, you can feel it's a little like, smooth. It's not baby butt smooth because you still have hair maybe like me right now, but you can feel there's some smoothness to it. And so what happens is you are taking off the dead skin that you don't even know you have. And a lot of men, they shave their head and then they'll shave their head, they'll keep shaving their head and they keep shaving their head. And your head looks decent, but do you guys realize that every week when you shave your head over and over and over and you never exfoliate your hair or your head, there is like layers of bacteria and all kinds of junk on top of that dead skin that you can't even really see. I'm telling you the truth. I've actually exfoliated my head with a tool one time and seeing how, and my head was clean, and seeing how dirty and dark that thing was from the dead skin that was on my head. So I'm telling you, you need to treat the surface of the skin on your head. Get it where it's down, the dead skin's gone, you got new skin. I mean, it's the clean, rejuvenated skin on top to really get the maximization that you want when it comes to head shaving, all right? So make sure at least once, I'd say 2 times, like skip it out a few days, exfoliate your head. I mean it. I promise you, you'll come back and say, Chad, you were right. Thank God for BHT, because you help my head look like a better head out there, where people say, you know what, you got a good looking head. What do you do with it? Well, I do exactly what Chad has told me. I exfoliate my skin on my head. So people do it on their face. You can exfoliate your face. If you got pores, you got really oily skin, acne, all that, you can certainly exfoliate your skin and clean that. It's a deep cleansing that you have to get going on that head. And so if you want to take it farther and do your face and all that, I don't do that. You can certainly do that. Moisturizers, SPF, you want to make sure that when you're outside, back in my early days, I wanted to get my head really dark and tan. So I'd go outside and spend a long time. But here's the deal. As I'm getting older, I realize that there is a possible chance that I could get skin cancer. It's very possible for any man to get skin cancer if you're a bald man and you're outside. So either put some what do they call that? You need to put some of that SPF moisturizer sunblock on your head, or you need to put a hat on. I wear caps a lot. Maybe that's one of the reasons that kind of pushed me, along with the DHT and genetics, unfortunately, to be bald or naturally start balding. So why not wear a hat now? I mean, if I've wore one forever with hair, why don't I wear one now? So I still will wear a hat when I go out. If I'm going to be outside in the sun a lot, take care of this dome. All right, so make sure that you are taking care and using these tips, because I'm telling you right now, if you can hear this all day, but if you take the tips that I'm giving you today and you put them into practice, they will help. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, these things I'm telling you, put them into practice and see what happens in a few weeks. Within a few weeks to a month, come back and tell me how this has helped you on this video and what it's done for your head. So that's head. Now let's talk about the thing we all like to talk about. Well, I love talking about my head, all right, but I love talking about this thing right here, this beard right here. Many of you guys that follow my channel, you love beard care. Now, I love this. I just trimmed up my mustache yesterday. And by the way, if you're growing your stash out and you really want it to pop, you can certainly start to take a little bit off of the cheek lines or the hair down here that's underneath this mustache. And I wouldn't use trimmers, but I'd use some shears, like really sharp shears, and just trim a little bit underneath it, where the mustache has the effect that it's actually sitting on top of your beard. All right. So just a little pro tip. If you like mustaches, I'm trying to grow mine out. It's thicker, but patience is a number one thing. But we're gonna talk about shaping. All right. My goal is to continue to let my beard grow out. I'm gonna let it continue to grow out. I want the biggest beard I've ever had. All right, but it takes time for that. And while it's growing, you're going to get very annoyed and very irritated. Yesterday, I was looking in the mirror on my beard, and I hated the idea that it was just like, it was just starting. You're going to get those flyaways like this. You can see a little bit of flyaways here. As you're growing your beard out, it's going to drive you absolute bonkers. All right, you're going to say, "Oh, I hate these flyaways," because you don't have all this. You just have this going on. But I'm telling you, you need to stay the course, give it time, because what it's doing is trying to fill out and form the beard to start. So let your beard grow for a good 2 months. Just let it grow for 2 months, guys. That's all I'm asking. Give it some time and patience. Your beard grows about a half an inch a month. So drink a lot of water. Drink a lot of water, give it time, and use a high quality beard oil and a good daily beard wash. I'm not going to push beard butter as much as I love beard butter. I'm not going to push beard balm as much as beard balm is great when it comes to styling for a lot of people. I'm not even going to push the conditioner. I sell all these things at bhtgrooming.com. You can find it in the description. I'm making sales every day. People all over the country, Florida, California, Texas, you name it, North Carolina, New York, all over. I'm sending things out every day. And I'm going to tell you, there's only 2 things that I'm going to tell you that you need. 2 things. Out of all the things I sell, there's only 2 things that I will tell you that will, for sure, get you the beard that you want. And now it may not be as soft as you want, because that's where you have to go deeper into the rabbit hole and buy more stuff that's actually going to help. But if you're just wanting to get by and grow a great, amazing looking beard oil with a great high premium ingredients in it with carrier oils, that's going to help, and also a daily beard wash. Simple as that. Thanks for dropping that in the chat, Frankie. A good beard wash. Now, I'm going to say this, and I say it all the time, and I'm going to say it again, and I'm probably going to say it till the day I die, while I'm doing this channel. Guys, listen, if you're using bar soap on your face, if you're using shampoo on your face that's made for your hair or your body, stop doing it. Stop, stop. Because even if you're buying cheap beard oil from Walmart, you're stripping that oil out anyways. You're stripping the oils out that your beard is already trying to produce from your skin. You're stripping out the oils that you buy at the store. That's probably not even the best anyways, but you're stripping those out. And then you just put more oil in and then realize, wow, my beard is just dry. It's because you keep on like taking the oils out of it and putting it back in. You're wasting your money, number one. Number two, you may not even be doing it right. A lot of people are uneducated when it comes to beard care. A lot of people don't even know when is the perfect time to put beard oil in that's going to maximize my, as far as the growth and the health and longevity of my beard, all right? And the best thing I can tell you is anytime your beard gets wet, put some beard oil in it, all right? When you get out of the shower, just damp your beard where it's still wet and put some beard oil in. People say, well, may be saying, well, how in the world do you put beard oil in? How does it work? Do I just put it like this with the dropper? Well, you could. Some people do that. I don't do that. I actually take the dropper top off like this. Let me show you. I'll take a dropper top, by the way, limited edition, still available. If you want some, once it's gone, it's gone. Woody Woodpecker. But I would just, if I'm starting out beard care, my beard journey, and I don't have a very big beard, I would just, maybe take a few drops like this into my palm of my hand. All right. Now, if you have a bigger beard like mine, you can go like a whole drop or half sometimes. You just drop some in your palm like this, rub it like this, get it into your fingertips, and then rub it into your skin. All right. I said skin. All right. I didn't say just dabbling it through your hair. I said skin all the way through. You can do it on your mustache, but everything else you can kind of rub it through your beard. You can go like this, get it all like, just really, just wrapped up into that oil. All right. Just really just get it all covered with that oil, but you got to start the skin. All right. And then you can rub the rest of it in your arm because the oils are good. And most of the oils out there, they should smell good. If you want a great smelling fragrance of an oil, you can go check out the link right there that Mr. Frankie has put down there. I'm going to go ahead and pin that into the chat. Thank you so much, brother. So that would be how you would use beard oil. All right. If you take a shower in the morning, you can take a shower at night. If you get your beard dirty, you can wash your beard 2 times a day. All right. I usually just wash mine once a day. It's not going to hurt. The whole idea because it's a gentle daily beard wash. The reason why you can use it every day is because it's pH balanced where it's not going to be stripping enough to pull the oils, but it is enough to pull the dirt and stuff like that. The surfactants in that is very, very nice when it comes to cleaning. A good sudsy lathering effect. Very little goes a long ways with the BHT Grooming beard wash. So that would be what I would recommend to you. Later on, if you have questions, you can ask me about beard butter. What's going on, Billy? Good to see you in the chat today, brother. Appreciate you. So that would be the stuff that I would be highly recommending. But shaping, a lot of people want to know, what kind of shape should I have my beard? Well, it depends on your face. It depends on your head style. Did I say head style? I meant to say head shape. Some people have a round face, just a round looking shape of a head. And you know what? You might want to try to elongate it, make it look like a little bit longer by simply shaping your beard in a more cylindrical way like this. Now my beard was out like getting a little wiry out here yesterday, and what I did was I trimmed up my mustache where I got it to come down because I'm trying to grow it out thicker, and I took some of the flyaways down in here. So you can see how my beard, and you can see how soft it is. I mean, it waves, but just kind of taking the flyaways by turning my trimmer backwards and going straight down, and don't go in because it will mess that beard up. You don't want to take any of the length off at all. I've done that before and it looks transparent because you lose some of the hairs on the backside and then you got a few on the front, and then you're like, man, my beard looks so transparent because the supporting actors, the ones back here that you don't really see, they actually support your beard. So appreciate that, Hillbilly. So shaping, maybe you have a long face and you want to make it more like round, so you can kind of grow the sideburns out a little bit more and make it more like this, where your face looks a little bit more even, if you will. So there's ways of shaping it, but it all depends on your face, you know, how you make that beard look. So again, we're talking about things that help you with your confidence. If you're trying to put your best foot forward, I'm going to tell you at the end why, and wrap this all up, why this helps a lot when it comes to confidence with men, why your appearance and why just your presentation, if you will, makes a big difference. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to wrap it all up here in just a little bit. And I want you to stick around with me for just a few. And I'm going to tell you. So we see here the shape, the length. How long do you want to grow your beard? Have an idea. How far do you want to grow the beard out? Do you want to do a year? A lot of people are trying to grow a year. Are you trying to grow a year? If you are, let me know in the chat. Let us know, how long have you been growing your beard right now? The beard that you have, how long have you been letting this thing grow out, and what exactly are you doing right now to take care of it? Are you using oil and wash? Are you using butter? Are you a balm guy? Let's get interactive. What is your favorite scent? You know, we're moving into fall time where a lot of companies like myself are coming out with limited edition drops that are made and scented for the fall and the winter season. So let me know in the comments below. Let's get active. So we're talking about the shape, and not only the shape, but we're also talking about the length and the trimming. You know, you got to be careful when you trim. I'd say if you never are ever going to be able to trim your way to a bigger beard, remember that. Always let it grow. I mean, little goes a long ways. All right, sometimes it's addition by subtraction, but you need to make sure you're using a good beard oil and good beard wash. Now, I also say this: brush or comb. It's always good to use a good boar brush, bristle brush if you have a shorter beard, and more of a comb, and not a cheap comb, plastic. I'm talking about carbon fiber, something that may be acrylic, something that's not going to be pressed in a cheap mold plastic. So we've got some comments in here. Alan says 11 and a half months without a trim. Wow, congrats, man. Billy says, been growing my beard about a year and don't see anything but need to start. All right. Or don't use anything but need to start. I'm going to tell you right now, Billy, this will be the launch of your best beard you'll ever have. You can ask Alan. Alan, Billy here, Hillbilly, is actually from a Grown and Grace community. And so, but I'm telling you, you can even ask Frankie. There's a big difference. Ask Brian if he uses beard products. There is a big difference when it comes to using products versus not using products. And I'm just going to tell you right now, you'll see the difference. Absolutely will. We've already talked about the shape. We've talked about the length. We talked about the trimming. We talked about the products that you should be using. Neckline. You know, if you want to grow a full beard, don't cut your neckline back here up above the Adam's apple. Keep the hair going closer to your chin, like if you had a line going across your Adam's apple, everything this forward this way towards your chin, don't cut it. Let the hair grow, because that is going to be the thing that's going to give you the maximum depth when it comes to your beard, and not looking so thin and transparent. Because so many guys, I'm telling you, they cut their beard like all the way up to underneath their chin, and it's so transparent. I mean, when you look sideways, it's like a line. You don't want that line. You want the full beard going on here. And you can do that, but you have to make sure that you don't cut your neckline too far up toward your chin. You want to keep it back about your Adam's apple. That's about a good distance. Or they say so many fingers, but you know, everybody's fingers are different, you know, bigger, smaller. But cheek lines, I did a live stream about a month ago going over a tool. If you didn't check that out, go check out my live streams. There's a thumbnail with me holding it on my face. It's a green tool for your cheek lines. I love it. I'm telling you, if you want straight lines where I'm telling you, when people look at you, they know that you take care of yourself. When they see these cheek lines, perfectly lined up, they know, okay, this guy takes care of himself. And if you take care of the little things like your cheek lines here, people know that you're going to probably be taking care of other things in life, all right? Because I'm telling you, you know a person when you look at them. I hate to say this, Chilltown, good to see you today. I hate to say this because I'm not a guy that ever stereotypes nobody. I don't judge people. You know, I know that you should never judge a book by its cover, but I'm just going to be completely honest. Can I be honest with you guys? And I know you guys will probably be the same way. When you see somebody and the first thing you notice that they don't take care of nothing, like their hair's messed up, their breath stinks, they got just regular clothes they threw on, you know that these people don't take care of themselves. And then you can only imagine if you opened up in their life, what other things in their life do they have? You know, like what else are they not taking care of? Because you can always tell right when you notice somebody. For me, you know, and they say this in business. Frankie, you probably be able to vouch for me. If you're in a business, I don't know who else would be in a business in here, but if you're in the business, if you are into business, first appearances mean a lot, right? It does. You know, it's first impressions that mean the most. When you meet people that matter, that are going to hire you, or maybe, you know, you're needing their help, you want to make sure that that first appearance when you first meet them goes a long ways, because that's how they're going to remember. And when you show up looking like you have, you know, you taking care of yourself, you put your best foot forward, they know, okay, this person's got some confidence, this person apparently cares about the way they look. And if they care about the way they look, they care about their presentation, they probably care about other things in their life. I'm just saying, it's the absolute truth. It is. Because a person that doesn't care about themselves probably doesn't really care about anybody else. And that's the truth, you know. And so we see stuff like, you know, these cheek lines, you know, how they get so, like, you know, hairs all the way up in here. Now, I've had hairs all the way up in here before. I'm not gonna lie. I've microneedled my cheek lines for a while, and I've had patchy bad spots there, and it's actually worked. So if you ask me, does microneedles or derma rollers work? I'm gonna tell you right now, scientifically, there's proof behind it. I do believe they do, because I've had that happen with me. So if we can talk more about that in another video, or you can send me an email, info@bhtgrooming.com. I'd be happy to entertain the conversation with you. If you disagree, or if you agree, if you just have questions, I would love the conversation. But cheek lines, very, very important to make sure that you have your cheek lines nice. And you might want to go all natural, that's fine. But I'm just saying it goes a long ways. All right. So fade, blending in with your bald head. If you're a bald head like me, you know, a lot of people say, well, how do you get that blend? How do you fade it in? Man, I need to do a video on that. Another tutorial or demonstration of using my trimmers on with my guards on my sideburns here to fade in from this amazing bald head. You like that? I like to just kid around, but the bald head here fading in to here. So, you know, you'd want to take like a 1 and go to like a 3 and just kind of fade it in. All right. There's an art to it, but it's not that hard to do. If you've seen me do it, you'd be able to duplicate and replicate the same thing I'm doing, and you'll notice, wow, this does work pretty well. So a lot of people want that full beard. So it's going to be different if you want it to be kind of symmetrical and, you know, where it's clean and straight. You know, you definitely want to learn how to fade in your bald head to your beard. All right. Okay, so I've just got some notes that I'm kind of reading off of now. So the fades need to be clean and symmetric here. All right. So I would do a demonstration, but I don't have it right now. I'll do it for another time. So, and the last thing I want to talk about. So we've talked about the head shaving. We talked about beard care. There should be no questions about how to grow a beard or what to use, because I've answered those, and things for your head. A lot of people dry shave. All right. I forgot to mention this. A lot of people dry shave. That's one of the things that's nice about these. You can dry shave and shave your head anytime in the car, whatever, without putting anything on. So that's certainly true. You can do that. But you can also go certainly get into poison ivy and play around with it all you want to. It's not against the law. You can do that. You have the free choice to go get into poison ivy. But that doesn't mean it's beneficial for you. See what I'm saying? I highly recommend wet shaving. Why? Because it's going to reduce all the irritations and all the things that you're going to have that's going to come along with dry shaving. Appreciate you letting me know that, Billy. That's what happens when your microphone goes dead. Pull off another one. Appreciate that. So what I was saying was, I don't know how much you guys caught of that, but I use pre-shave oil. I have it in every scent available on my website, which I think separates me from other people because, you know, you'll have like just like all natural scents, all essential oils type of scents, which there's nothing wrong with that at all. But I'm a scent guy. You know, if I'm going to shave my head, I would like to shave it and have the same scent as my beard oil and maybe my fragrance that I'll eventually come out with. So then I'll have the scent everywhere. I have it on my head. When my wife wants to come in for a kiss or something, she'll smell my head, or somebody walking by, they smell my head. You know, I put fragrances sometimes on my head, so why not put it in a beard oil where I get the beard oil to shave, the pre-shave, not beard oil, but pre-shave, shave my head and still smell really nice. So that is, and it comes in the pump top on bhtgrooming.com. You can also use it on your face. So if you do your cheek lines, like I say, you can use pre-shave oil on that. You put it on there, let it sit for a few minutes, get the follicle where it's all softened right there at the shaft or the follicle deep down into your pores where it's soft and it's a closer shave. You know, I use a Chevette straight edge razor. I'll put the oil on. Sometimes I will put some clear shave gel, my gosh, on my cheeks sometimes, but not always, or my head when I shave. So a good aftershave moisturizer would be fantastic to use. You can use like the calming serum from Leaf. You can shave. You can also use like the Bump Buddy from Cut Buddy. So I just did a deal with Cut Buddy. Checked out their head shaver, the newest one. They got a 9,000 RPM that they bumped it up finally, and I think it shaves a lot better than the old ones. But I've always been a fan of their aftershave, their aftershock spray, and their Bump Buddy moisturizer for your head. It works fantastic for reducing irritations, by the way. So let's talk about this clothing. You got the head, looks great. You got the beard on point. How do you set your beard off? Well, how do you set the confidence off? Well, obviously, as I said, it's attitude. It's attitude. It's your confidence in your attitude and how you feel. Okay, we understand that. All right, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. It helps boost your I don't know what it is. It just kind of boosts your confidence when you have something that you feel good in. You know, some clothes you feel good in. I have this shirt on. It's getting pretty daggum hot, so I'm about to take it off. But I do have an undershirt. Just don't be scared now. All right. So, but you know, having clothes that you enjoy wearing. I know it probably sounds stupid. I know it's a material thing. It's, you know, I'm not trying to get wrapped up into the outer appearance because obviously I know that it's more than just your outer appearance. It's who you are as a person. I understand that. I get that. I am a firm believer. But we're not talking about who you are as a person and all that stuff. What we're talking about is the whole thing. We're talking about who you are as a person, but we're also talking about how you portray that, how you walk and how you carry yourself. Now, I think there's a big difference between being very prideful and all about yourself and being confident. There's a big difference between prideful and confident. I would never recommend anybody to be prideful and think highly of themselves. But I think there's a healthy way of looking at yourself in confidence and knowing that, listen, I am made in the image of God. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. God's blessed me with this, and I'm going to do the best I can to make it look the best I can. And it's a presentation. It is. You know, you carry a message in like a vessel, which is your body, and you want to take care of the vessel and make it look as nice and clean and healthy. My gosh, I could talk about health all day long as you can. So I like wearing clothes that match my beard style. You know, when I have a beard, I love the color black. Why? Because, well, it keeps my beard from being so much transparent. If I wear white shirts, woo, transparency like crazy. If my father-in-law wears a black shirt, he's got transparency because he's got a gray white beard. But if he wears white, he does great and fine and doesn't have any issues. So, you know, you have to just understand things that you wear and how they affect your beard and how they affect your mind, your mental, all these things, your psyche. So at the end of the day, we'll wrap it all up right here. If you're ready to stop hiding behind hair or trends and start owning your look, you need to make sure you hit that like button right now. Subscribe to this channel and make a comment below and tell me your grooming routine. I want to hear your tips that you have been working on, what you've been using. But I'm going to tell you right now some simple things to help you. All right. These are practical things that'll help you. All right. Grooming builds self-respect. It does. It does. I've talked to my friend numerous times, Alan. He's texted me and says, you know why? Why does my beard look so much better on a photo than in real life? Well, I said, maybe your photo, I think he may have said, maybe I'm photogenic. I don't know if he said it or I said it. Maybe I thought that. I don't know. But the fact of it is that it's true. When you have a routine and you take care of yourself, I don't care if it's your hair, you're trying to fix your hair, make it look great, or for us guys that are just bald, when you shave your head, I'm gonna shave my head today, hopefully, if I have time. I'm gonna shave my head and I'm gonna feel good after I do it because I feel like it looks so much better. I feel clean, like I finally able to make a nice clean slate on my head and get it nice and good, ready to go out in public, a good presentation. When my beard is like all wiry out of place, I'm gonna tell you right now, I feel kind of like I'm kind of embarrassed to go out in public. Have you guys ever felt that? Glad to hear you got that. Frankie J got Old Saddle. So Frankie J is in our Roundtable membership. If you're not in the Roundtable membership, you should get into it. Several reasons. I'm not going to go all in the details, but you can check it out. He won the free beard oil last week, and I will be doing another giveaway tomorrow, Frankie. Tomorrow's going to be the next Roundtable. And Brian, you're in the Roundtable, I believe, too. So if you guys are in the round table, not brown table, I meant to say round table. If you're in the round table, make sure you show up tomorrow. I'll put a thing out ahead of time. It's going to be for only round table members, but it's going to be another drawing for another beard oil. All right. And so maybe I'll throw out a beard wash tomorrow. I don't know. We'll have to see who the lucky winner is and what we decide to do tomorrow. But again, if you want to sign up for the Roundtable membership, it's in the description below. You can certainly do that. It doesn't cost very much at all, but you can win big time and save big time on the website. 30% off every month with the Roundtable membership. So with that being said, guys, hopefully that's helped you guys out when it comes to like building confidence. It's all about how you feel. So when you have a routine and you're standing in front of the mirror and you're massaging that beard oil in your beard, in your hair, in your skin, there's something about it when you are taking care of yourself. It's like a mental thing that happens. I don't know. It just kind of builds. It's almost like an oxytocin effect when you're fixing your beard and maybe you're blow drying it and it's looking so stinking good and you're about to go out and man, you're like thinking, man, there's a lot of progress I've made and I love this beard. I'm not going to get rid of this beard. I didn't have one before. I've waited months. I've got to the place where I'm at. It's looking really, really good. And I'm telling you, there's something that happens when it comes to taking care of yourself with a routine. And so a lot of times I like to use, I like to use fragrance all the time, not sometimes, all the time. And it makes me feel good. The fragrance in it, something to do with maybe it's just the olfactory or whatever you call it in the nose, just kind of picking up those old vibes of fragrances that I've tried in the past. Like, if I put on a fragrance that I remember at a time of my life, it brings back nostalgic feelings sometimes. Sometimes, I'll spray some cologne to go to bed and by the way, I don't do that because I'm trying to make babies or anything. I like to smell it throughout the night if I wake up in the middle of the night or just it's a soothing scent when I go to bed. No, it sounds weird. A lot of guys probably aren't that way. They're probably more frugal than me. They'll save the fragrances when they go out, but that's just me. I love fragrances. I love everywhere I go where it smells good. I love the aroma around me. But let me know, guys, what is it that you guys feel helps you guys with your confidence? Let me know in the chat. I'm going to take a few minutes to just kind of open it up for open dialogue here. If you have a routine that you do, what do you do that makes you feel like really confident and really good? Let me know. Maybe it's maybe it's a certain type of clothing stuff that you wear. Maybe it's a fragrance that you like that wear. Maybe it's a certain beard product that you wear that makes your beard feel really great. Or maybe it's just the idea of just blow drying or using a heated brush on your beard. What is it that makes you feel like a boss, if you will, that's really good, confident in the mornings or at night when you're fixing yourself up? I keep telling me to trim my beard. I told her never. There you go. There you go. You just say, hey, you can't trim your way to a bigger beard, right? All right, guys. Well, we got 21 likes in here. Can we pump up? Can we bump them up to 30? Can we get this up to 30? Uh, I would appreciate it if you haven't double tapped the screen. Make sure you hit the like button as you're coming in. I would appreciate that. Leave a comment, guys. If you got a comment, please leave a comment. It does help with the algorithm with kicking this out to more people. Let's see here. By the way, if you do purchase from Beards, Heads, and Threads, BHT Grooming, your order will be shipped out super fast. All right. It always ships. I ship my stuff super, super, super fast every time. And I think that, you know, that goes a long ways. A lot of people, if you're like me, when you order something, you want it like yesterday, right? And it's kind of how I am sometimes, not always, but I just know how it is. You know, when you're into stuff like beard care stuff and you want something really nice, you know, a lot of times you want to order something and you want it to come. You know, sometimes it'll take, you know, a week to get to New York sometimes, or Florida. I don't know why Florida takes so long sometimes to get to, or Texas. Actually, Texas is probably worse because it goes all over. But but you can guarantee and know that I will probably more than likely order it. It'll go out the same day. I sometimes use hyaluronic acid serum first on my skin under my beard. Okay, yeah, and that stuff fantastic. It's fantastic for the skin, fantastic for like aging. It really helps with the elasticity of your skin. And I'm guessing maybe you use. Um, I just lost track of the company I'm thinking of. I got to look back on my stuff. That's funny. The Pirate. Which company do you use? Is it oh my gosh, something Bay? I cannot believe that my memory is so bad. If my friend comes on my channel, he's gonna be ticked. Like, I can't believe you forgot my company. Anyways, it doesn't matter. You know, Brickle for men, they sell hyaluronic acid. Several companies do. There's some beard companies that actually sell it as well. And that stuff's pretty good stuff. Um, Bay Area, Beard Coast, who I was thinking of, sorry. Let's see here. Alan says, I shower at night, install after shower beard oil and comb in the morning. Butter and comb. Even if I'm going to work, it helps me feel fresh and clean and styled and well styled. After I get my car fixed, I'll start buying product from you. No problem, brother. No problem. Hey, we've got Ryan Gardner in the house. Good to see you, brother. Hey, listen, tomorrow we're doing a roundtable giveaway. All right, roundtable membership giveaway. I'll put it on the my channel tonight, so you'll have the time tomorrow. But tomorrow will be a good day for you guys all to come into the roundtable as the members and get a chance to win something. All right, so I want to make sure everybody shows up tomorrow for this giveaway and just to hang out for a few minutes in the roundtable. So, Ryan, I got your comment the other day, your review. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. You know, I've heard people ask me questions about this one, and this one is special. It's very special. If you like oud, you're going to like this one's oud on steroids when it comes to that scent. I love Oud Essence, but this one, it's like Mike Tyson compared to, you know, I don't know. This thing is a beast, all right? But it's very clean and very, very elegant. And I'm super pumped about this one. And I'm thankful for your comment the other day on that. So, hey, you're here. You're here. Got to pay the bills. I hear you, man. I hear you. Those bills don't pay themselves, do they? So again, guys, I'm redoing all my labels. I'm pumped about my labels. I'll kind of give you an idea what my old labels kind of look like. Let me see here. Old kind of like the evolution, if you will, of my washes. Here's the original beard wash. You can see, all right, it's not bad, but it's not great. Here's a little bit more of an updated one, all right, and then I'll show you one of the latest ones. Now, I am still trying to fix this, so this isn't like a done deal, but you can see right here, I'm getting more of the information on the washes here. All right, so pH balanced, boom. All right, I do like the side here, if you see that. I guess I should probably do it like this, right? See that? Anyways, that's the wash. That is the wash. I like they're waterproof. I do like the new labels. You know, I think in business, you know, obviously appreciate that, Frankie. Companies, you know, we always want to get better at what we do. We want to evolve, and so labels are getting better. The qualities, you know, as far as the presentations, getting better. You know, I feel like I got a solid blend. I do, honestly do. Love the scents and more scents coming. I'm excited about the new Blue Suede Ember coming out. It's going to smell fantastic to many people. Most definitely would love the Woody Woodpecker. If anyone wants a comparison, it's in its own category. But to me, it's like a less sweet liquid gold from Beard Octane or Fighter from Tabletop. Just my opinion. Nice. Nice. Well, that's. I love liquid gold. I do. It's amazing. But I appreciate that. But guys, listen. I appreciate you guys stopping by the stream today. If you guys have any more questions, I'll stay on here for a few more moments to answer any questions that you have for me. I would love to just kind of give you my thoughts and advice, if you will. I mean, I've been doing this for quite some time, a while. Will say, just on the side note, I did get this in the mail today. All right, and this is very interesting to me because I've never seen this, never seen anybody review it, don't know nothing about it. This company reached out to me and said, would you be willing to test out our foil shaver? And I said, sure. You know, this is from Aberlite. A lot of guys know Aberlite, you know, from a lot of their heated brush stuff. But this is an actual foil shaver for, you know, your head. And so I haven't even opened it yet. Isn't that crazy? Or I guess it goes like this. And I'm going to be doing this very soon. Ultimate closeness, skin comfort, wet, dry use, 90 minutes runtime. So I'm going to let you guys know. Stick around on the channel here, and I'll be doing a review very soon on the Aberlite. I don't even know, I guess it's just Aberlite. Touch 2, that's what it's called. Touch 2 by Aberlite. Yeah, so Blue Suede Ember, I'm going to tell you right now. Oh my gosh, Blue Suede Ember, fantastic scent. My wife is like, man, that smells absolutely incredible. And so here's the notes of the Blue Suede Ember. It's going to be you know, gourmandy, woody, amber, you know, kind of like a smooth, fiery type of scent, if you will. Here it is. It's going to have some character to it. Let me read these notes to you. Violet leaf, blueberry, thyme on the top notes. Heart notes, or the middle notes, cedarwood, jasmine, and cinnamon. And in the base notes, suede, oak moss, vanilla, amber, patchouli. I'm telling you, this stuff is fantastic. An absolute banger. I'm telling you. It might be up there with, I've got in my beard today, Amber Trail. I love Amber Trail. I in fact made me a wash of the Amber Trail. And when I was in the shower this morning, washing my beard, it was just so strong in the beard. And I love the scent so much where it was, man, I don't know. I just loved it. And so I got out and I'm like, okay, I'm going to use the Amber Trail beard oil today because I love the smell so much. And I put it in and I can literally still smell that Amber Trail. That Amber Trail is absolute, like on another level when it comes to longevity. It's probably like a 12 when it comes to 1 through 10. It's up there. It lasts literally all day. Old Saddle will last a very long time in your beard. Very masculine. Very masculine. If you just smell it, you know it's complex and very masculine. It's got the rum in it and all that stuff, but also the rustic timber. Very, very strong. It's a very strong masculine scent with the guaiac wood in it. Lasts literally all day long. And so you can take a shower and obviously you can get that smell out of your beard. But I'm telling you, if you don't take a shower, it'll linger, it'll linger, it'll linger. And I'm telling you, boom, it is fantastic, amazing. So excited about that. I just had a friend of mine, Lee from EDC Beard Co., buy some stuff from me, and he was kind of like the one that helped me get started with this whole thing. Bought some beard oil from me, and I sent him some stuff to try out because I told him when I got into the business that I would let him try some stuff out once I got established and got everything together, my scents and all that stuff. So he was the one that originally tested out my blend. I sent a A and a B, and I said, let me know what your thoughts are. And everybody conclusively came back, or yeah, it all came back from several people that, man, this is a great blend that you have. And so then it's, let's make the sense now. So I'm excited. I'm excited about it. I just got some of your beard oil. It works so well for my skin. It keeps my beard healthy. And also, I'm going to get that oil for my bald head after I shave. Nice. Noel, thanks again for your comment, man. It always makes me happy to know that people are happy and satisfied with the products that I make. You know, it just goes to show that I guess I'm not the only one that it works great for, right? You know, I mean, why not test yourself? And for me, I'm just going to tell you, for me, guys, it's different, all right? So like if you guys were to go get a beard oil, it might be great to you, right? Because you never really tried it up against anybody. But when you look behind me and you look in my bathroom and all these things and you see like hundreds and hundreds of products, you know, okay, this guy probably has some type of an inclination of what the heck is going on and what's out there. And so when I find something that works well, you know, and I talk about it, then it must be pretty well because I'm comparing it to hundreds instead of just a couple. We've got Christy on here. I don't have a beard, but I used to have dreads, and bet your beard oils would work great for dreadlocks as well. Just a thought. God bless you, chat. Listen, Christy, I'm going to tell you this. First of all, thank you for stopping by, Christy. And thank you, Billy. Thank you for stopping by. These are awesome friends of mine from my other channel, Growing in Grace Ministry channel. But let me say this. Christy is a female, but there are females that I actually give products to. And you know, maybe they have hair falling out. They've got dry scalp, or, you know, they've got eczema, you know, and they talk about, you know, using lotions. And I say, you know, I used to use lotion. I'm a fragrance guy, so I like to put lotion. Like to, you know, add up the lotion and then put the fragrance on, because sometimes they say that it'll last longer and you want your fragrances to have the longevity. But the more I use lotion, especially for my dry legs sometimes, the more I realize that the lotion is just like a barrier on top of the skin. It's not going nowhere. It's there still. It's like a film. It's there all the time, all day long until you wash it off. But butter, they've been buying my scent free or my blank slate. It's unscented beard butter. It's got butters in it, natural butters, and some oils, fantastic for the skin. And they use it instead of the lotion. And they're like, dude, I love this, because now it's got a phone call. It's not just a lotion that's coating on the skin. It's butter that actually absorbs into the skin. So it's actually way better for you because it deeply penetrates into your skin and moisturizes it and just looks so much nicer. I'm kind of overflowing myself. My wife has taken to use a lot of my citrus essential oils in her hair. She likes the deep water spice, but prefers it on me. Nice, nice. Hey, I love deep water spice. I do. I just made a wash for myself with deep water spice the other day. Love it. A fantastic, nice, clean scent. In fact, I have the Acqua di Gio Profumo, and I smelt it this morning. I smelt the deep water spice just to compare, because that's what it's supposed to smell like. And I'm like, dude, this smells a lot like just smelling the actual wash, like the Acqua di Gio Profumo. Beyond happy. Let's get your product bigger than any other brand. So listen, if you guys can just share my products, my brand, share my brand out there, be my legs and feet, help me get my brand out there in front of other people, uneducated men that don't even realize they need beard oil. Sometimes I'll give free beard oil away to people. I like to give giveaways because I know that if they try it and they love it, they're going to come back. And so I make samples. I've got tons of samples that I offer on BHT Grooming. If you have friends that maybe you want to give beard oils to, I have a friend here in Wichita. In fact, he is the second cousin or uncle of Alan that's on here. He buys samples and goes to work and hands these out to other men and gives them a business card. And I actually have a QR code there. And you know what? People come and buy stuff from me because they just don't understand what actual beard products do for you and how much they help with your beard, making it look nicer. So it's just the idea of getting out in front of people. And if you guys, I even have smaller like very small vials. If people are curious about scents and stuff, want to try it, maybe like a day or two use, this will last you probably, I don't know, maybe a few days to a week, maybe. Very cheap, price wise, not quality wise, but price wise. I'll have to consider buying some. I use coconut oil and add fragrances and lily for fragrance. Cool. And you know what? If anybody knows how to do all that stuff, you're like a what do you call that? Apothecary type of person. Like you're really into that stuff and understand that stuff. You helped me out with a lot of stuff with like insect bites and stuff. So you know your stuff. You do. A lot of people are allergic to coconut oil, though. A lot of people are allergic to coconut butter. They just have sensitive skin. Some people aren't, but some people are. I've never used stuff in my beard before. I'm going to tell you right now, Billy, you would be absolutely like, wow, what have I've been missing? You've never tasted and seen how good it really is, right? Anyways, guys, man, I hope you guys are having a great day. I really appreciate y'all stopping on here. I really do. I do these lives to help people out and, to give you guys, information and all that stuff. And I hope it helps out a lot. I do. I've spent a lot of time trying to come on these lives to actually help you guys to learn about growing beards and shaving your heads. All right. And, hope that you guys find this to be, useful and valuable because I put a lot of time into this stuff, sometimes, and time is of the essence. And so I want you guys to know I actually care enough to sit down and talk to you guys for a while about this with no charge. Have you thought of an all essential oil line or blend? My son has skin. Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. I've been considering it and thinking about how to make what I'm going to do, what types of scents people like the most, that type of stuff. I know a lot of the scents I like, some people may not like them. A lot of stuff I like, people love them. It's just everybody's different, but definitely a lot of room here on the ground level at BHT Grooming to continue to expand and to really bring more offerings into this. I want to I'll offer things for women too. Obviously, this is a men's website, right? But yeah, time is of the essence, right? Pretty punny, right? But because the products can work for women too, but it is a men's grooming company. It is. It's just kind of like where my heart is and what I love to do as far as business goes. But I love the new clothes. I love the new shirts that I have over there. I'm telling you, the quality of them are fantastic. They feel amazing. 60-40 blends. We have these same shirts made for our ministry, and they're just super soft. And I'm gonna tell you, the hoodies are my favorite because when I get cold, which I've been getting cold quite a bit lately, when it's cold outside, it's gonna get colder. These hoodies are amazing, and I get to support my company, BHT Grooming. Look sharp and lead strong, and I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, anyways, guys, well, I appreciate it, and hopefully this has helped you guys. I know that we've kind of had some dialogue and some questions and stuff, but again, if you're not a member of the roundtable, I know there's a lot of people that may not be able to afford it, all right? It's like $8 a month. I know it's up there, it's $8, but here's the thing. For $8, it supports this channel. It supports my business because I get to turn around and put it back into it. But also for what you get is way more than what I get. I get $8 and YouTube takes probably 30% of that. But what you get is you get free beard products because I do 3 giveaways a month. I'm going to be doing one tomorrow for all my roundtable members. And you get 30% off on my website. So that alone right there saves you a lot of money in the long run. And up front too, you almost practically made your money back just by making a sale of, $30, which is about normal for oil and butter or something like that. So just some things to consider if you want to become a member. I do have it in the description below. It does help you and it helps me. So that being said, guys, I hope this has helped you. Hope this has been beneficial for you. If you haven't, make sure you hit the like button. Would have been nice to see it get up to 30, but maybe it will later as more people come on and catch the replay. So make sure you go check out my Instagram if you haven't. If you're on Instagram, go check me out at Instagram info. I was going to give my email. That is BHT Grooming. That is going to be my Instagram handle, BHT Grooming. If you're on Facebook, I have a Facebook group for many people to come in. That is going to be Beards, Heads, and Threads. And I also have a page that we post on. My wife actually runs my Instagram. She runs my Facebook stuff. I don't do it. She shows me stuff. I tell her what to put. So I'm the one running it, but she's the one that's kind of like the go-between, if you will. I don't like messing with that stuff, so she does it all for me. We've got Daniel Berry Sports Highlights in the house. Good to see you. Make sure you welcome Daniel Berry Sports. Good to have you today, man. Good to have you today. And so we're just talking about the BHT Roundtable, all the free stuff you get and stuff for being a member. Let's see here. I'm back, you beautiful bearded man. It turns out I can grow a mustache and have successfully achieved the stash of a 15-year-old boy. Do you have any recommend on how to maintain it? Yes. Use beard oil. Use beard oil. I'm serious. Use beard oil and make sure you take care of it. Use the right beard wash, a daily beard wash that works. That's not going to strip it out. And beard oil, beard wash, that's all you need. If you want it to get soft, you could use a beard butter, but also mustache wax if you want to shape it. You can buy some balm too. I sell that too. But any of that, bhtgrooming.com. I can help you out with the products. But the best thing to tell you is just time, patience, time, and just let it grow. And man, Dat Boy, good to see you, Dat Boy. Congratulations, man. Appreciate that, by the way. I don't know about beautiful, but I appreciate it. All right. See here. Make sure you guys hit that like button as you're coming in. I'm going to sit here for a few more moments until we get to 30 likes. I just want to get 30 likes. I'll be here for another few moments. Again, if you're questioning anything that I've talked about today, I do have them all below in the description. Some of that stuff is going to be on Amazon, so you can certainly follow my Amazon storefront. By the way, if you are a male or a female and you do buy off Amazon, please help support my channel by just buying from my link below. You go to the link below, you can search anything, and obviously I don't know what you're buying, but it does tag back to my channel and help support small businesses like mine and YouTube content creators. I'm just a small YouTube content creator, but that's all right. I love the community. I love the people. We have a great time here, and we're all in this together trying to just look the best we can, smell the best we can. When are we going to see you break out the trucker jacket with the ball on the head? And I get more compliments lately with that simple wardrobe. The trucker jacket, like a jean jacket. I've got a lot of compliments wearing like a bomber jacket. Do you guys like bomber jackets? Anybody? Let me tell you this. There is a company that I've got the chance to try out for the last year and a half, and their winter clothes I got last year. I got a bomber jacket, and it's interchangeable. It's like a gray one on the outside, and it's got a zipper on the side, and on the inside it's black, and I love it. I've got so many compliments off that thing. Love that bomber jacket, man. And I'm telling you, it is so nice. It's comfortable. Feelbach. If you're curious, You can go check out videos I've done in the past, but Feelbach, man, I'll tell you what, they got some clothes that feel comfortable, and they are, I don't know if they're just like something to do with their clothes, how they make a bald man look with the beard, but man, they look incredible. Love my bomber black, unless it's suede, then tan or navy. Blue, just like nice. Nice, man. You know, this helps people too. This helps a lot of people understand um, what type of clothing to kind of pair with their style. You know, you're growing a beard. What looks good? What looks good on people? Um, my wife says I look good in you know, everything, but I think I look good in like I feel more confident when I wear black. And I know that sounds probably weird. Um, I like the green color, like not dark green, but almost like a um, sage green. I love green, like a sage, like army type green. I love that type of color. Um, I've never been in the military, but I love the color, and I think it looks really nice. And so, by the way, if you're coming in, would you make sure you hit that like button? I'd appreciate it. By the way, let me say this. When we get to 8,000 subscribers, I'm going to be doing a giveaway on a head shaver. So hang with us, all right? We're only about, 600 subscribers away, and, you know, I'm picking up a few hundred, you know, subscribers a month. But you just never know. You know, this thing can just blow up, and I could end up getting the 600 subscribers in no time, you know, especially with your guys' help. By the way, if you know anybody that's into this type of stuff, share my channel with them, please. Share this with your groups. If you are on Facebook, if you are on Instagram, share this stuff with your friends. I would appreciate it. Brown looks really good under my beard. Red and blue are my favorite color. Are my colors for my wife. My preference is normally earth tones, but can't argue with the better half. It's true. It's true. It never works out very well for us, does it, when we argue with our better half? So true. Hey, by the way, um, Alan, Rick placed another order today, so I'll be bringing tonight his order for you, so you can get it to him. Okay. So yeah. So let's see. Time for leather shoes and boots too. Got a favorite? Okay. So yeah. Number one, let me say, I've got a beard oil that smells like leather. All right. It's a great, not genuine leather, but it's a old worn leather, which is fantastic. It's called uh, Old Saddle. It's gonna have rum, kind of boozy, but that leather, it's very masculine. So I put that in, right? I get that nice leather scent going on. Put on a nice jacket, some blue jeans, maybe some Levi's, or maybe my aviator jeans. And I put on some nice brown boots. I've got different brown boots. Um, I'm trying to think of the brand that I have. I got a couple of them. I can't think what they are now, right now, top of my head. I have some fancy, nice brown shoes for like dressing up in the suit, but man, the boots, you know, I don't have Thursday boots or anything like that. You know, those are pretty pricey, but I never tried those. But I've got some nice brown boots. I really do. And I like wearing those out with some jeans. That's crazy. That crazy guy, I'm going to charge him shipping. That's funny. You just charge him for some beard products. You say, hey, listen, if I'm going to keep on giving you be the go-between, you're going to have to buy me an extra oil when you buy something or something, right? So let's see here. I'm just kind of looking at the likes here, see how many we got, and let's see here. We are up to how many likes we're up to? We're up to 27 likes. Come on, guys. We can do a few more. Let's get a few more likes in here, and then we will be off the chart here. You guys got a favorite fragrance that you guys like to use? One of my favorite ensembles in fall are black bomber, white t-shirt, dark denim jeans, and my Thursday boots. Say, hey, see, there you go. Thursday boots. I knew it. I said it too, didn't I? I said, you know, I like Thursday boots before you even said anything. I said, those are nice. And, you know, they probably don't even make my size. Hey, here we go. I got a good one for you. What size of shoe do you guys think I wear? That's a good quiz. This is a good trivia to see if you guys can guess. We've got Dave in the house. Good to see you, Dave. Appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like button when you're coming in. I appreciate that. We got 28 likes now. Moving on up here. What is your favorite fragrance that you like to use right now? But what size of shoes do you think I wear? 13. Oh, man, that's a good guess. 11 and a half. Wow, that's a great guess. I'm telling you guys, man, I'm getting a little nervous here. Glad I didn't put a wager on here. Didn't say, okay, if you guess my shoe size, I will give you a free something. I don't know. I guess I could, I'd say if you guess my if you guess my shoe size, and you order from me something, I will throw in an extra beard oil. How about that? But nobody's going to probably guess my size. I think I know, but we've talked about it before. Okay, so you can't fall into this category. Alan and I's pretty tight. We go to the same church, so we're both leaders in our church, so we talk. I'll take a bottle of Chad's Choice from Mad Viking. I missed it. Old Saddle. So do you mean Bearded Death? Not Mad Viking, Bearded Death? I just so happen to have this one right here on this desk here. That's funny. Brand new in the package. Still sealed. So yeah. Yeah, Bearded Death. They're the ones that kind of got me started and made my labels before and was running my Instagram and running my social media on Facebook, and now it's under new management. It's under my wife's management. You know, you can't complain with your better half running the show for you, right? You know, Jason Seelan, I love Mad Viking. I've got a lot of Mad Viking stuff. I do. A lot of these down here, you'll see. The second row are Mad Viking. And that hat right there is Mad Viking. And I'm an ambassador for Mad Viking, even though I own my own company, another beard company that is a competitor out of all things. But, you know, I've never been the type of guy that, you know, wants to come in and go against people. You know, I want to find my spot in the whole community of beard companies, you know, and I think it's possible to do that. But, you know, I should do that. Like, here's the deal. This right here, what I should do is if you spend so much money on my website, I'll give this away to you for free. I don't even know if these are even available anymore. I don't know. I'll throw this in there for free. Heck, I'll even sign it. I don't know if I can sign. I'll sign it with a marker like it matters. Like, whoop-de-doo, I've got my autograph on there. Like that matters at all. But anyways, that was a collab I did with Bearded Death on a pipe tobacco type of scent. Also did a collab years ago, last year with Go Bearded. It was called Bearded Manjar Bro. Or yeah, it was called Mount Kilimanjaro because my channel used to be called Bearded Manjaro. And so we made a collab together, and it was kind of like a citrus type of scent. So I like citrusy type of scents. More probably for summer and spring, not so much now. But yeah. Or I could just maybe do that as a, you know, I don't know. I'm excited about tomorrow's live stream with the roundtable. I'm excited to see more people coming in there. You know, it's competition. You know, and It's what time? I don't have a time set, but so let's just make a time. I'll make a time. Let's do tomorrow at, let's do 3 p.m. Same thing we did today, 3 p.m. Will that work for everybody? 3 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow. We'll do the roundtable giveaway. Come together. I'll kind of tell you guys some things that's going on and an insider look, if you will, at my company, and then we'll ended up with a giveaway. And what I'll do, I'll actually give away a beard wash tomorrow. How about that? A beard wash tomorrow, given away, of BHT Grooming. And I love these labels I have on the side. BHTgrooming.com. Look sharp, lead strong. Colossians 3:23. Follow us. And it has my socials. So let's see here. Where we at, guys? Where we at? By the way, I put on the chat today that only people that can comment are subscribers. So usually we have a lot of trolls coming in. You're probably wondering, how in the world, or is it so laid back today and there's not a lot of trolls coming in? Well, that's the reason why, guys, because you have to be a subscriber to comment. And so a lot of these people are not going to subscribe to this channel, so they're not going to come in and troll. 3 o'clock sounds good to me. Got a much needed day off. Nice, 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 nice. I need to wash butter and the rest of the oil lineup. Oh, dude, man, I appreciate you, bro. I really do. There's a few people, there's a few guys out there like you that are like, you know what? I want the whole lineup. I got to try them all. And you know what? It's amazing. It's amazing. But I really do appreciate you guys. This literally is this business. It's kind of crazy because it's a small business starting off. It just launched it in June, but you know, when you start a new business, it takes months to really start seeing it take off. But this is practically, this and my other channel that I do is practically my living, what I do for my family. I substitute sometimes on the side, but that's it. And so every time somebody makes a purchase from BHT Grooming, it means a lot to me. And so I know probably for a normal business owner, it probably, you know, oh, it's just another sale. But to me, it's more than just a sale. It means a lot to me, especially the ones that like are there in the beginning and are like, man, I'm all for you. You know, I love your stuff and mean it. I'm not saying give me lip service. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying like in real life, it's really making a difference for you. And I think that's absolutely amazing. And so for a small company, let's see here. Yeah, I think it's great. Do that carrier blend has me hooked. I'm glad. Praise God, man. I'm glad. YouTube channels take forever to grow sometimes. Absolutely. Sure. They do. I never would have thought, honestly, that Grown in Grace, and I probably shouldn't say this, but I never thought that Grown in Grace would be like blow this one out of the water. Because this is not that this isn't like a Christian, like, you know, I'm a Christian behind the scene, but like here running the channel, but it's not like a ministry channel. And you wouldn't thought that a ministry channel would be more bigger than a secular channel. Which I'm not trying to say that this is necessarily a secular channel, but you know what I'm talking about, and I think it's amazing. Can you give me a breakdown on how you arrived at that carrier blend? I love hearing about the method. So, yeah, so there's a company out there, a friend of mine, that owns another company, and his name is Chris Grimm, and by the way, he's one of my members of the roundtable. So maybe one of these days you'll see him. He's a good friend of mine. I had him on my channel a few times. He owns Coon products, and in his carrier, he's got marula oil in it. And I've always liked marula. I've always loved marula because I just love the way it worked in my beard. But I've always been a castor fan too. And so I've always been a huge fan of Artius, man. But their stuff is real thick, which is fine for me, but not for a lot of people. So I think sweet almond oil, argan oil, some people call it argon, and jojoba. Those are like 3 OGs that you can't just get rid of them. Jojoba is going to be the closest mimicking oil to your sebaceous oils that you get, or your sebum oil from your sebaceous gland. So those were guaranteed to have to be in there. But what other ones did I? So I put in meadow foam seed oil. I love meadow foam seed oil. I tried that, and that will probably, hopefully, one of these days, somewhere arrive in another blend of mine. I put in shea nut oil. I love shea nut oil. Another one that's also in Coon products that I liked. I put in hemp seed oil. All these things I tried. Avocado oil. I'm trying to think of other ones that I had also. But I tried all these, and it just, in the beginning, you just try to put in a blend of what you like, and you just got to get the ratios down. And when I came down to it, I was like, you know what? I love the marula. I love the castor. I'm just going to go with the 5. And so I just made the 5 because I was happy for what they're going to do to my skin and how they're going to act as far as their what they do as a job, as far as like moisturizing your skin, all these things. And then it came down to trying to figure out the ratios. What ratio do I want? Do you want like more of the jojoba, more of the almond oil, sweet almond oil, more of the argan oil, more of the marula, more of the castor? What do you want? So you see with Artius Man, they're driven more on their castor, so it's such a thicker oil. And by the way, another one, marula is also in Artius Man. So I mean, I see these companies that I really, really like, and I see the oils that's in there are all together, like they make sense. Why my beard looks so good when I use it, because it's the same stuff that is in every one of these oils. So it's kind of how I came up with it. I mean, I had several different blends that I tried, and they looked good, but then I found the one that's like, wow. I gave a couple to my father-in-law who's got a big old white beard, and I just gave him beard products from companies that gave me stuff in the past. And when he tried this one, he's like, dude, this stuff is liquid gold. You should call it liquid gold. I said, I can't call it liquid gold. Somebody already has that. He said, dude, this one is absolute fire. And same thing with all these other people that I've sent it to. And so he's been sold on it ever since. He said, this stuff is better than any of the stuff you've given me from other companies. So I just knew that not only did it look very well for me and laid my beard straight and just made it look fantastic, made it feel fantastic. The idea now is just to find great scents that make people just fall even more in love with it and enjoy it. So I mean, even the unscented is fantastic. I mean, you put it in there and never have to worry about the fragrance. You just put it in there, your beard's always looking fantastic and great. Getting those compliments and people wondering and coming up to you, at least for me, they come up to me and say, man, you got a good looking beard. Hey man, how long did it take to grow that beard? Man, I wish I had a beard like that. Everywhere I go in public, it's funny. They'll stop me in front of my wife, in front of my kids, all of them. My shopping cart is full. Website says it can't ship to my address. I even swapped to the suggested address. What? Subscribe to your channel. I love gaming stuff. Helps me connect with my son and my sweet. I'm not sure why it wouldn't work on with your address. I'm not sure. Because you've purchased before in the past from me, obviously. And there should be no reason why they can't ship to Tennessee. I'm trying to drink more water and getting some electrolytes. I don't know if you guys ever tried this Gatorade Zero Glacier Freeze. I've always been addicted to Diet Coke and coffee and energy drinks, so I got really dehydrated the other day, and I got to drink way more water. Let's see here. Well, let's see here, Ryan. Looking on my side here. Yeah, the more water you drink, the better your beard's going to be, without a doubt. Well, yeah, that's weird, Ryan. I don't know. I mean, I'm seeing your order from before um, on here, and the shipping address and everything looks fine. So, man, we're at 28 likes, guys. Can we get this up to 30? Just hit 2 more likes here. If you haven't hit that like button, just double tap the screen if you would. That would be absolutely amazing. Let's see here. Nope. Well, guys, I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. I appreciate you guys being on here with me again today. And we've been on here for about an hour and 38 minutes or so. So appreciate your time here. Hopefully that this information has helped you guys out along with your confidence and understanding that it does help your confidence when you have a routine when it comes to your grooming. Putting your best foot forward and having the attitude definitely helps. It's not about your hair, it's about how you carry yourself and rocking what you got, just owning what you have. So, with that being said, guys, always remember, look sharp, lead strong. Appreciate y'all. Hope you guys can join the BHT Ground Table. Join us tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Have a great night. God bless you all. See you soon.